I'm 95 years old. I don't say that like it's an achievement. It's just where I ended up. 95 means, most of the people who knew me when I was young are gone. Parents, wife, friends, co-workers. Names I still remember, but haven't spoken out loud in years. It also means I've had a long time to sit with my thoughts, and lately, they don't stay quiet. That's why I'm here, talking into this thing. I'm not used to it. I keep wondering if I'm supposed to look somewhere else, but anyway. People think when you live this long, you must be happy, or wise, or peaceful. They think time gives you that automatically. It doesn't. Time just gives you more time to notice what you missed. If I'm honest, the thing I finally understood, the thing everyone keeps asking about, happiness. I didn't understand it when I had the chance to use it properly. I understood it after most of the chances were already gone. I grew up believing something very simple. Being responsible was the same thing as being loving. Nobody explained it. It was just how things were. My father didn't talk much, didn't laugh much either, but he worked every day, no matter what. Came home exhausted, hands cracked, shirt stiff with sweat. That was love. Food on the table, rent paid, no excuses. So I learned early, happiness wasn't the point. You earned rest later, after the work was done. And the work, somehow, was never done. I carried that idea with me, like a rule I never questioned. I got married at 23. Her name was Janet. Everyone called her Janie. I never did. I liked saying her full name. It felt serious, important. She used to tease me about it, said I treated everything like a responsibility, even her name. We lived in a small apartment on Fulton Street, 3rd floor, no elevator. The radiator banged all winter, loud enough to wake the neighbors. She'd stand by the window in the mornings, brushing her hair, humming softly, and I'd already be thinking about the day ahead, tools, schedules, money. She'd try to tell me something, and I'd say, later. Later tonight, later this weekend, later when things calm down. Later became my favorite word. I worked constantly. Construction at first, then my own crew, then managing jobs. Long days, longer weeks. I missed dinners, birthdays, quiet evenings that didn't seem important at the time. When Janet said she felt lonely, I told her, honestly, I'm doing this for us. And I believed it. I thought happiness came after security, after stability, after sacrifice. I didn't realize happiness doesn't wait politely like that. We had a son, Daniel, 1956. I remember the hospital room. Smelled like antiseptic and old paint, harsh lights, metal bed. He was so small, my hand covered his whole back. I told myself, I'll give him everything I never had. And I did, in my own way. Money, school, safety. But I didn't give him time. Not enough. I thought he'd understand later. By 40, I was respected. People listened when I spoke. Neighbors nodded. Clients trusted me. On paper, I was doing well. Inside, I was tired. But I told myself tired meant useful. Men my age didn't talk about happiness. You talked about work, about responsibility, about surviving. Janet started getting headaches in the mid-70s. I remember one night, 1978, she was sitting at the kitchen table, lights off, only the street light coming through the window. She asked me to sit with her, just sit, no fixing, no planning. I told her I had paperwork to finish. She nodded, didn't argue. That's what I remember most. She stopped asking. 2 years later, she collapsed in a grocery store. Stroke. She didn't die right away, which somehow made it harder. Hospitals have a smell, plastic curtains, warm air, machines clicking. She couldn't speak, just looked at me. And I remember thinking, when she gets better, I'll slow down. I'll be different. We'll be happy then. She didn't get better. That was the first time later stopped working. I was 59, holding her hand and realizing I had postponed happiness my entire life, like it was something I could schedule. I never apologized properly, not for being absent, not for choosing work over sitting beside her. That's something, even now, I don't forgive myself for. After she died, I kept working. Of course I did. Work was familiar, predictable, and happiness, honestly, felt dangerous by then. People told me, at least you're staying busy. Busy is a good hiding place. You should know that. You can avoid asking hard questions for decades. Daniel moved away. We talked on holidays, short calls, polite conversations. He sounded like a man who learned not to need much from me. I told myself, that's life. That's normal. But deep down, I knew I'd taught him how to live without warmth. Then the fire happened. 1989, November, already cold. My office, the one I built from nothing, burned overnight. Electrical fault, they said. I stood across the street, watching smoke rise, and felt nothing. No anger, no panic, just emptiness. That's when it scared me. Not the loss, but the fact that even losing everything didn't hurt the way it should. That's what postponing happiness does. It dulls you. Even pain stops working. In my 70s, silence got louder. Mornings stretched. I'd sit with coffee, untouched, cold, staring at the wall. No deadlines, no excuses, just me. That's when regret finally showed up properly. Not crashing in, not dramatic. It seeped in, slow, like damp through walls. I started remembering small things. Janet's humming, Daniel's hand in mine crossing the street. Moments I rushed through because I thought happiness was somewhere else. You can't go back. That's the part no one likes to say out loud. Some doors don't slam shut. They just quietly disappear. I met Ruth when I was 78. Senior center, chess table. She cheated, openly. Smiled while doing it. I like that. We talked about nothing. Soup, weather. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't waiting for happiness. I was just there. Even then, I hesitated. Old habits don't die easily. I kept thinking, what's the point now? That's a lie. Especially men tell themselves. Ruth died 3 years later. Cancer. Fast. Too fast to adjust. And sitting in her apartment, lemon cleaner smell, ticking clock, I realized I almost postponed happiness again. That's when it finally became clear. Happiness isn't something you arrive at. It's not a reward. It's not what comes after responsibility. It's what you feel when you stop postponing being present. I know you don't like hearing that, because it means you don't get to blame time, or work, or being tired. You think you're being responsible by waiting until things calm down, until life makes space. Life doesn't make space. You either live in it or you miss it. I waited. Now, at 95, my days are small. Toast, coffee, window light. And here's the cruel part. This quiet, this noticing, this could have been mine much earlier. I'm not angry, just aware. And awareness comes with weight. I don't have advice. I don't have comfort. I just know happiness doesn't wait for permission. And later is a fragile promise. If there's someone you keep meaning to sit with, something you keep postponing until life feels safer, don't wait the way I did. I waited, and I ran out of time.